Attention, boxing fans! Get ready to relive one of the most unexpected nights in sports history. On May 3, 2014, the MGM Grand in Las Vegas wasn't just a venue. It became the epicenter of a boxing earthquake that nearly shook the undefeated reign of a legend. In one corner, the untouchable, the money, who seemed invincible, Floyd Mayweather Jr. With a perfect record of 45 wins and 0 losses, and a decade of dominance built on impenetrable defense, lightning speed, and unmatched ring IQ, Floyd was the ultimate boxing machine. He had defeated names like De La Hoya, Canelo, and Cotto, and this seemed to be just another victory, another multi-million-dollar paycheck, reportedly $32 million guaranteed just for him, and another night to display his art with his fists. Floyd was a master at minimizing damage and maximizing efficiency, and many believed Maidana would be just another step on his path to greatness. Fans were eagerly anticipating who Mayweather's next challenger would be, though in truth, the public was hoping for someone who could punish him, someone who could finally make him feel fear, and even more, take away his cherished undefeated record. Bettors thought Cotto or Canelo might be the ones to do it, but their strategies just weren't consistent enough to succeed. But in the other corner came something completely different: the Argentine warrior Marcos El Chino Maidana. He wasn't a technical boxer, he was a force of nature. He had just brutally knocked out Adrian Broner, Mayweather's protege, in a fight that stunned everyone with its ferocity. That win, considered knockout of the year by many, catapulted him into the elite, and many already saw him as a serious threat to Floyd. But no one, absolutely no one, imagined the storm that was about to be unleashed. With 35 wins, 31 by knockout, Maidana was all heart and punching power, capable of changing a fight in an instant. His style was messy, yes, with wide and sometimes unorthodox punches, but that very unpredictability made him lethal. He didn't care about the art of boxing, he only cared about the result. While Mayweather boasted in the pre-fight hype, saying, "Maidana has nothing that worries me," the Chino went straight to the point. "I'm going to take his undefeated record." And those weren't just words. Maidana had trained harder than ever with Robert Garcia, refining his aggression without losing that hurricane essence that defined him. He knew his only chance was relentless pressure and high punch volume. The lead-up to the fight became a catalyst. Suddenly, the public began believing in Maidana, and the incredible knockout against Mayweather's protege gave hope to fans who had long been resigned to having a loudmouth, material-obsessed champ at the top. When the bell rang for the first round, the atmosphere shifted dramatically. For a moment, Las Vegas became Buenos Aires. Maidana charged like a raging bull, shocking everyone, including Mayweather. In the opening seconds, he landed a powerful right hand that made Floyd step back. Stop the world. Do you remember anyone else ever doing that, pushing Mayweather against the ropes with such ferocity, making him look uncomfortable and disoriented? Maidana's strategy was clear. Don't give Floyd space. Suffocate him. Force a brawl. Floyd, used to dictating the pace and distance, suddenly found himself in a close-quarters war he hadn't expected. Maidana cornered him, landed body shots, arm shots. Even if they weren't clean, they added up. They frustrated Floyd, took his breath away.
Nothing big. Biggest effect in the world. Get inside. And he's coming to the bodies back upstairs, keeping a lot of pressure on the hand. Through the jab, that's what he's doing here. Yes, he is, and he's keeping the pressure.
At this level of boxing, the audience usually expects more technique, more strategy. Fights tend to start slowly. Maidana changed all of that. He aimed to disrupt Mayweather from the opening seconds, no matter what the American strategy was. Maidana simply wouldn't let it happen. And the crowd was loving it.
Blasting away. Maidana has to keep on Floyd's throat to go. If he can tighten them up, he'll score with that. We're taking the other way good. And listen. Now Floyd decides to punch a little bit. Mayweather's just hitting up in the side of the head. They're taking the toll. And they will take a toll because they continue to land. He's going to have to release him. Punch on even terms from the round. I'm sure he can get a couple.
Rounds 2 and 3 continued in the same vein. Maidana didn't let up. He threw punches from every angle, body hooks, overhands that seemed to come out of nowhere. Even though they didn't all land with Floyd's precision, Maidana's sheer volume was overwhelming. By the end of round 3, Maidana had thrown nearly twice as many punches as Mayweather, an incredible stat against a boxer who usually controls the pace flawlessly. The Argentine didn't let up, and for the first time in years, Floyd looked irritated, frustrated. He was definitely uncomfortable. You could see it in his gestures, his complaints to referee Tony Weeks, his glances to his corner looking for answers that didn't come quickly. This was a style of fight Mayweather had rarely faced. So much pressure that it forced him to actively defend rather than just dodge. Was this the end of the American champ? Maidana was in his prime. If you're enjoying this video so far, remember to like and follow us for more top quality content. Blood in the ring.
That's why what the referee does or doesn't call there is significant. That's where Mayweather wants to fight this guy. Floyd lunges forward. He's the best at that. We're seeing the lead right hand and also
The champion in danger in round 4, the tension reached a boiling point. Amid the whirlwind of punches, an accidental headbutt from Maidana struck Mayweather's right eyebrow. Blood was flowing. Seeing Floyd Mayweather bleed was a sight no one expected. The champion was visibly shaken. The crowd roared with a mix of surprise and excitement. Floyd's invincibility was hanging by a thread, and the energy in the MGM Grand was electric. This was a moment many had dreamed of. An angry Mayweather, frustrated with the referee, complaining that things weren't going his way. What a show! Maidana was closer than any boxer before to taking that 0 from Mayweather's record, and he knew it. He wanted to keep attacking. But let's not forget, Floyd wasn't champion by accident. Faced with adversity, he brought out his genius. In the middle rounds, 5 through 8, money began to find his rhythm. He adjusted his strategy, moving more, using his jab more effectively to keep Maidana at bay, and capitalizing on the mistakes of a Chino who was beginning to feel the effects of his frenetic pace. Floyd started punishing him with precise, straight rights, liver shots, and surgical counters that hit their mark. It was the defensive genius doing what he did best, adapting in real time.
knees up. He's fighting from a distance where he is. Kind of making him miss is so much more interesting as the seconds. Bullying him. Classic Mayweather
The fight began to shift, the balance slowly tilting. Mayweather is a complete genius at getting out of danger. Even Maidana's unpredictability wasn't enough to catch him off guard. Though his corner had cleaned up the wound, it could easily reopen and force the referee to stop the fight.
Now when he's coming in, Mayweather's got that right hand ready for him. As Maidana will tire a little. This isn't where Maidana wants to be. So distance is Mayweather doesn't have to be in the corner. He doesn't have to go back to the corner to make his point. There's another example of there. He misses the big shot.
The match became a true chess game, but with fists. Maidana didn't let up. He kept pressing, kept digging to the body, landing punches that, while wild, continued to do damage and accumulate. It was a close fight, one of those that would be decided by the smallest of details in the judge's perception. While Mayweather bet on precision and clean punches, Maidana bet on volume and the fury of his attack. It was an epic clash of styles. Who's your favorite so far? Maidana was proving himself a worthy prospect to be champion, but all of Mayweather's mastery was being put on display. Even after a rocky start, he recovered, and there's no doubt he won several middle rounds. What a show for the crowd.
I got to stop. Relive fighting on the inside for a while. Then it was forced to be like this is Mayweather
The ending and the birth of a legend, round 12, was pure carnage. Maidana, knowing the dream was within reach, gave it everything. He cornered Mayweather, unleashed everything he had, and even yelled yes in Floyd's face. Mayweather, in turn, responded with his defensive brilliance, dodging, landing just enough to survive and make it to the final bell. It was a frantic ending that had the entire crowd on its feet. The sound of the final bell rang out amid boos, roaring applause, and a deafening ovation for the Argentine. Maidana had done the unthinkable. He had humanized Mayweather, showing that even the greatest could be made vulnerable. The scorecards, as always, sparked controversy. A majority decision for Mayweather, 117 to 111, 116 to 112, 114 to 114. A razor-thin win that left many unsatisfied. But you know what? Nobody was really talking about Floyd's win. Everyone was talking about El Chino, the Argentine who took the soul out of the undefeated man, the fighter who shook the best in the world. "I beat him, I felt it," Maidana said in the post-fight interview. And millions around the world felt the same. That night, Maidana didn't need the win to earn the respect of the boxing world. He fought like a true champion, leaving his heart in every round. And even though he didn't walk away with the belt, he took something Mayweather rarely gives: absolute recognition. Marcos Maidana entered as the challenger, but he left the ring a true legend. The rematch was inevitable, but that's a story for another day. What did you think of this epic battle? Did you believe Maidana had won their first bout? Leave your comments below and let's talk about this incredible fight.